All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, all in Staten Island, my homeborough, Brooklyn. Back at another video. Is going to be another NBA video. I'm in a real NBA mood now. We just had the All-Star game. NFL season's over, so I'm ready for basketball. And my Knicks are in the postseason picture as of right now. But I'm going to do this video on Giannis Antetokounmpo and Anthony Davis. And who you got? Who would you take? Would you take Anthony Davis? Would you take the Brow or the Greek Freak? Now, I'm going to give my reasons to why I would take Giannis in a minute. But first, both these players, they're both, generational talents. They both came in the league around the same time. AD was the #1 overall pick in 2012 out of Kentucky after leading Kentucky to the national championship. Giannis, of course, was drafted in 2013 by Milwaukee. So they both are a year apart in terms of coming into the league. Okay, they're both generational talents. They're both extraordinary players. AD is probably a better shooter, overall shooter, three-point shooter, at one time you could say he was a better defender, but as we all know, Giannis last season won the NBA, Defensive Player of the Year, as long as with the MVP. But I'm getting to all that now. Here's my thing with what for reason taking Giannis over AD. Giannis has proven he wants to be an alpha, he wants to be a leader, and he wants to be a killer. And he can stay in that mode all the time. Anthony Davis, his alpha instinct, his killer instinct would come and go. When Anthony Davis wanted to be a killer and wanted to dominate you, he proved he could. He proved that a couple years ago against Portland. But I'm going to get to that series in a minute. But, AD, his first time in the playoffs was against the Golden State Warriors. Of course, that was the first year they won the championship. And we all know what happened. They got swept, but Anthony Davis played relatively well in that series. He averaged 31.5 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, shot 54% from the field. He played incredible. Of course, here he is a couple years later in the second round, 2018. And against Portland, a lot of people, including myself, thought Portland was going to beat AD. In the Pelicans. But, boy, AD proved us wrong, man. You know why? Because he wanted to. He wanted to dominate. He wanted to lead New Orleans, because Boogie Cousins went down. New Orleans was getting a lot of hype, Boogie, AD, Rondo, Drew Holiday, and Mirotic. Then Boogie went down. Some people kind of wrote him off. But AD said, hell no. And he finished that regular season, third MVP voting, ahead of Damian Lillard, who was fourth MVP voting. And as usual, Damian, look, man, I know a lot of people think I might hate Damian Lillard. I'm a Damian Lillard hater. Look, I don't know the man personally to say I hate him. Okay? And he is a great player, a very talented player. Okay, but this happens in Dame's life. He starts feeling himself a little too much. He starts letting, like Stephen A. Smith and these people in the NBA media, gas his head up. And he starts thinking he's like a Steph Curry or something. Now, of course, to be great, not just in athletics, but in any field, you have to think you're better than the next guy. But you have to be able to moderate that and control that. Because then it comes off as being arrogant and obnoxious. And Damian Lillard definitely can come off as being obnoxious. And for somebody who's never won a championship and gets his ass whooped in the playoffs, it's like, dude, calm the fuck down. But what it is. But anyway, in that series, back to Anthony Davis. In that series against Portland, he averaged 33 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 3 blocks, shot 58% from the floor. And Rondo and Drew Holiday just put the cuffs on Dame and CJ and let AD eat. In Game 4, the closeout game, he had 47 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Dominated Jusuf Nurkic, just dominated, man. Like I said, and then the next round against the Golden State Warriors, he got a game from him. In that series, he averaged 28 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and shot 48%. And in the game they won, he played great. He had 33 points, 18 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. He didn't have any blocks, but when he wants to dominate, when he wants to kill you, he's gonna kill you. But that comes and goes. Okay, he's not a real alpha, and he proved that when he bitched his way out of New Orleans because he let his hero, his idol, LeBron James and Rich Paul get into his head. And that's why I have a video. My channel is one of the first videos on my channel to blow up. Never be a fanboy. Okay, never be a fanboy. And now you can say in the aftermath that's worked out because AD got a championship, but it is what it is. But it is what it is. Now Giannis's playoff stats in 2019 against Detroit, he averaged 26 points, 3.5 boards, 3.5 assists, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1.5 block shot, 52% against Detroit. Against Boston in the second round, he averaged 28 points, 5 assists, 11 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 block shot, 52%. Okay, and as they got deeper into the rounds, Giannis's numbers went down. In the conference finals against the Toronto Raptors, now granted, they went up 2-0. They won the first 2 games in Milwaukee, and in game 2, Giannis had 30 points, 5 assists, 17 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks, shot 50% from the floor in that game. But unfortunately, he in the next game, game 3, the first game in Toronto, I guess he let Drake get into his head. He had 7 rebounds and 12 points. Okay? So Giannis has had a couple duties as opposed to Anthony Davis, but Giannis can bounce back, and Giannis wants to be a killer. He wants to be better. Okay? Shit like that is going to happen. You're going to have, every great player is going to have a bad game in the conference finals, in the semifinals, and hell, in the NBA finals. Look at Magic Johnson, Tragic Johnson. You know, the only player I can think of that never really had a real bad, glaring bad finals performance was Michael Jordan. But everybody else has had their bad games, their duty games, you know. Shaq, we all know the story. The 2000 finals against the Pacers, game 4, Shaq fouled out and Kobe won it for him in overtime. You know, and then next year, and Giannis was the MVP that year. And they won 60 games. And then the next year against the Miami Heat in the bubble, they lost that series. You know, you can say it was the bubble and it got to everybody and stuff like that. But Giannis got a lot to prove this season. And unfortunately, I don't think he's going to do it. Because, you know, like I said, Brooklyn, you know, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. Now they got Blake Griffin. You know, Spencer Dinwiddie. They got a talented bench. They got talented players overall. Got good coaching. I think Brooklyn, like I said, I made many videos. Brooklyn's coming out the East. And I think it's going to be the Clippers and the Brooklyn Nets in the finals. So, I mean, unless Giannis just goes thermonuclear in the playoffs and just somehow knocks them off, I don't see the Bucks beating the Brooklyn Nets. That's just me. And no, I'm not biased, okay? I've said before, I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan, but it is what it is. But anyway, if you like this video, subscribe, click like button, leave a comment in the comment section down below. And what do you think, man? Would you take AD? Would you take Giannis, the 2-time league MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year, or probably the best sidekick in the NBA, Anthony Davis? That's for you to decide. All right, I'm gonna see you all.